The Rio may not be such an obvious supermini buy as something like the Ford Fiesta, but that's not to say this tiger nose wearing model should be underestimated. There's its decent kit levels, practicality, and of course, Kia's sought after 7-year warranty. So if you find models like the Ford Fiesta, Renault Clio and Vauxhall Corsa too commonplace, then you might want to give the Rio a whirl. The 1.4 litre diesel we're testing offers a decent balance of power and efficiency, producing 89 brake horsepower and emitting 105 grams per kilometre. It also claims to return around 70 miles per gallon. However, the most efficient engine in the range is the 1.1 litre diesel, as this emits just 85 grams per kilometre and claims to return up to 88 miles per gallon. The 1.4 litre diesel does lack a bit of life though. You need to venture towards the red line on the rev counter to actually get some life from it. This means its 0 to 60 time of almost 14 seconds feels really sluggish. The weighting of the steering is nice and light in the Rio, which makes manoeuvring urban environments and parking up incredibly easy, but it is a bit vague feedback wise. This means it's not as fun or as assuring as the Fiesta on winding country roads. It does have quite a firm suspension though, which stops it rolling in the corners. The payoff here is an unsettled and bumpy ride. Those wanting to come in at entry level do not fear, as all models come pretty well equipped with some good essentials like MP3 compatibility, front electric windows and an easily adjustable driving seat. You will have to upgrade to the slightly pricier One Air trim if you want aircon though. The mid-range 3 trim that we have comes well armed with comfort features like leather trimmings, automatic air conditioning and heated front seats. Overall build quality in the cabin is actually really good. I mean, everything feels well bolted together. The materials on the other hand aren't quite as plush as something you find in the VW Polo. There are a few features that seem a bit dated though, like this radio display, and that's a shame because these cockpit light switches here are quite cool. But there are still plenty of cubby holes and storage compartments dotted around, including this little hole here, which surprisingly is very handy for the likes of spare change, keys, or even your sunglasses. But as a whole, the cabin is very airy, and this airy feel continues into the back. The plentiful leg and headroom in the back makes it feel like you're in something like a Ford Focus, which is great. There's also the availability of 3 and 5 door body styles, the latter obviously making it a bit easier when getting in and out and fitting the likes of child seats. Size-wise, the Rio's boot offers 288 litres. Now that's on par with the Ford Fiesta. There is, however, an awkward loading lip here, which makes getting large objects in quite challenging. The seats do, however, fold down almost completely flat, which makes getting larger objects in really easy. The Rio is hardly what you call exciting, but many of those looking for a supermini will want decent practicality, efficiency and arguably good levels of kit, and the Rio has that in spades. It also has the added benefit of Kia's 7-year warranty and a lower price tag than the Ford Fiesta. But will the Rio get your vote? Let us know in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And while you are here, why not browse our channel for more of our reviews?